Okay, this is going to be a fun project, guys. I'm going to start off with 2 of the wood rounds from Dollar Tree. And we're going to make an actual tier tray, a watermelon tier tray, but we're actually making the tier tray too. So the 2 wood rounds are going to be the bottom of my tier tray. They're nice and big. And the reason that I have 2 is because they're super thin, right? But I thought if I put some of the Dollar Tree wood beads in between, we can make it nice and thick and chunky. Now, this is how we're going to change these little wood rounds into watermelons. These adorable little watermelon napkins they have in the summer section at Dollar Tree. They are almost the perfect size, and all you got to do is open it up carefully. You're going to want to remove the lining because they are like a ply watermelon. And whenever you're doing like decoupage, like if you can just work with one layer of the napkin, you're going to have better results. So once you find it, you can just peel that off like that. And basically it's just a little bit too big, but that is fine. We're going to make it work. So first thing I'm going to do is put some Mod Podge. I'm using the matte Mod Podge, and I'm doing a thin layer because you don't need much for these napkins, especially a single layer. But you do want all of your wood round covered with the Mod Podge. This is, I think, the first and only tier tray that I have made from scratch. No, this was the first, not the only. I did make a beach themed one too, I guess. So I just kind of center that on there, and I'm just being very careful about smoothing that out. I don't want wrinkles if I can avoid it, but I want it to be as flat as I can. So working from the center, I kind of smooth it out, make sure my hands were nice and dry. And you can see the overlap on the edge. Basically, I am the green part of the rind, like the dark green part, is a little bit too wide, but we can always kind of simulate that once we get it all on there. So I've got it on there pretty flat, and then I'm going to go in with my heat gun and give that a good dry. I want to make sure the edges are really dry too, because I want to sand that to give myself a cut. A perfect cut all the way around, and I do that with just a sanding sponge from the Dollar Tree and sand off the excess napkin. I love these napkins. I always try to pick them up every summer because I think they're so cute. They're probably my favorite one out of all the fruit ones. And then this is going to be the bottom of it. So now that I have it covered with watermelon, I can start thinking about putting this together. This is the round wood beads from Dollar Tree that are strung together. And I'm just kind of loosening up the end piece on each one of them because it's not quite long enough to go all the way around. So I'm going to have to use more than one. So this end I will just kind of start at. So I'll just kind of knot that several times. Not a big fan of that string in there. And then I can tie the next one on once I get this one attached. So I do a bead of hot glue, like one section at a time here. And I want like the wood beads to go like all the way to the edge to fill in like the gap in between the two signs when I put them together. So I do like half at a time there. That's how far one of those wood bead garlands will get you. I like using them strung up like this already because it makes it easier in placement. Now I just tied on my second one. And then I'm going to continue gluing that all the way around. And this is going to create a great side edge for my tier tray and make it nice and thick and chunky. So I got it glued all the way around. We have wood beads all the way around. I am going to paint those, but I thought it would be easier to glue those all on while everything was still kind of raw wood. I do use an extra bead of hot glue all along the inside just to help reinforce that a little bit and make it stronger. Now it's just a matter of putting the two together. So I'm going to do a bead of hot glue all the way around the bottom edge of the wood round that we covered in watermelon. And then lay the bottom on there, gluing the wood beads to that sign. So basically the wood beads are the joint in between the two, and see how thick and chunky it is now? It looks way more high end and more like, a tray of a tier tray should look, I think. Now, this is going to be the bottom tier, and I want it to have legs. So I'm going to use actually some of these little wood snowmen from the Dollar Tree upside down that I had left over from Christmas. They make perfect legs, so I always try to buy extra of those whenever the holiday season comes around. But you could use anything. You could also use like the little wood cubes and stuff like that. That would be a good leg as well. But I thought these would be nice and decorative, right? You totally can't tell they are a snowman when they're upside down. And I'm going to paint mine. I think this was leafy green, but I have more than one leafy green. This is pretty green. I think it's about the same color as my Christmas green. And I'm just going to paint all of our little legs that green color to go with my watermelon feel. Now, when my watermelon napkin was a little bit larger than my tier tray, I had to cut off all the green parts. So I'm just going to use that same green to paint all of the wood rounds and the sides of the little wood rounds there. And I used a brush so I can kind of get down in between the different beads there. And so try to cover up any of the exposed raw wood. And this is also going to look like the rind, of the watermelon. And I don't really care if I get a little bit on the napkin because I do kind of want some of that to be on there as well. So once I get that all painted, I do use a tiny brush and just kind of blot like a kind of an abstract line, kind of distressed a little bit there. Like, a watermelon rind wouldn't be perfect for sure. And just paint a thin rind right back on with that same color. Now our legs are dry. We can go ahead and attach them. I did a total of 5 because it's a pretty big tier here. I think it's going to need 5 for stability. And so I just kind of put those like in a shape of a star maybe, and then just start hot gluing those on. And don't those make really cute legs? I can't remember where I got that idea. I saw somebody do it, maybe on Facebook. So cute. Now, this is just the bottom tier. So next we'll be making the top tier for our tier tray. But if you just wanted to make a tray, you could leave it at this step and it would be super cute, right? But I wanted mine to be a tier tray, so we're going to keep building. So I needed a wood round that was smaller, and I found these. These are the ones with the words on them, which is fine because you're not going to be able to see that in the end, but they are a smaller wood round from the Dollar Tree, and you want a smaller size for your second tier. So I'm going to use those and some more of this wood bead garland. This is the older style that was on twine and a little bit longer. I liked this one better, but whatever you can find at Dollar Tree. So what I want to do is have like hello and welcome both inside so they don't interfere with the design of my tray. And I'm not going to bother taking them off or anything like that because they're going to be hidden right inside of this tier. So just like before, I'm going to glue the wood bead garland to the edges just by using a bead of hot glue and wrapping that around. And then I can use that kind of like in between, like we did before, to attach those back to back. And that seemed to work really well. So that is definitely a way that you can get a smaller wood round from the Dollar Tree, even though they don't really have a plain one, I don't think. They have a close to one, the one with the frame around it now. It's kind of close. But I'm going to do the same thing here. A bead of hot glue all around the inside edges. And hello to welcome. We're going to glue this second tier together. This is going to be a 2-tier tray. And so this is constructed the exact same way the bottom tier was. And we're going to kind of decorate it the same way too. So I just make sure that I got all my labels off the back of that. And then we can use another one of these adorable little napkins for the top of it. Now, decoupaging with napkins can be a little tricky. If you do get your Mod Podge on there and you get it on there and it's like really wrinkled or messed up. You can remove it if you're quick. If it does dry on there though, you're probably gonna have to sand it off a little bit, but try to go from the center. You have a little bit of play before it dries. As you can see, I'm kind of lifting mine a little bit to make sure that I can smooth it all the way out to the edges. And I just centered mine on there. So this top tier is basically just going to be the inside of a watermelon with that red pattern with the black sunflower seeds. And I love these napkins because they look so realistic, right? The different shades of red and stuff like that. And so just like before, I am using my sanding sponge, cutting off all the excess napkin. Perfect way to give you a perfectly round circle for your napkin. I'm just going to make sure that is dry as well. I don't normally like to do Mod Podge over the top of it if I'm working with napkins, if I don't need to. So I'm going to use that same leafy green color and a brush, and we're going to go ahead and paint the sides of this one green as well. And then I just need to find something to put between the two tiers to make it an actual tier tray. If you have like a Goodwill sale or like a Goodwill store or a garage sale or something like that, you could probably find some really cute like wood candlesticks and stuff like that. I really wanted to keep this to the Dollar Tree. It makes it a little bit easier for y'all. And so what I end up using is a Dollar Tree candlestick to do the middle part of mine. So painting this one the same exact way that we did the bottom, all around the edges, and then a slight watermelon rind all along the edges. Now for the rind, it kind of has a transition color in between, right? And so it's kind of a yellow color on the bottom tier. And so it's kind of a yellowish green, right? So I'm kind of trying to simulate that. Just because I didn't want the pink right up against the green, I wanted this to look maybe like a little bit of a smaller watermelon instead of just one piece of the watermelon. So I just do a thin line of that all the way around. And then follow that up with a white edge. And that gave me that same like watermelon rind that will be on the bottom tier. So it'll kind of make it match. It'll just be like a smaller watermelon. So I'm happy with that. I think that looks really cute. And so this is what I'm going to use for the middle part of my tier tray. Just a round ceramic candle holder. It's not too tall, so I'm not going to be able to put really tall stuff on the bottom tier of this. That's why if you had like a longer wooden one, it might work a little bit better for you. But this is going to be kind of a small tier tray. I want it to blend in with the watermelon insides that it's going to be sitting in. And so I am just painting it red. Now, painting that white ceramic, like a bright red, did require several coats of paint to kind of get good coverage. And I just wanted to look like that juicy part of the watermelon. Once I get it dry, I also thought it'd be fun just to add some seeds to it. So I'm just using a black Sharpie, and I'm just going to kind of draw seeds all over. You're not really going to be able to see this too much, but I thought it would be a fun little detail to add to my tier tray, so I thought, why not? And watermelon seeds are super easy. You can just do ovals if you want, or you can get a little fancier and try to put a pointy end on it like a seed would look. And then I want this to stay together, so I'm going to use some E6000 to help make this sturdier. I'm going to use my candlestick upside down. So it has like a lip around the edge that sticks out a little bit further. So I'm going to do E6000 all the way around. I like to use E6000 when I work with ceramics and stuff like that. When gluing it, I just find that it makes your project a lot sturdier. But I'm also going to do some hot glue and separately to try to help that stay together temporarily until I can get all of that glue to dry. So I just turn that upside down, sit it right in the center of our bottom tier, and make sure that I'm getting really good adhesion there so that glues down. I'm going to do the same thing here on the top. I'm going to do a bead of the E6000 all the way around the edges. Follow that up with hot glue, kind of on the inside, just to help kind of catch that. And then we can add the top part of our watermelon. Doesn't it look so cute? Make sure you get it on there centered. Well, you still have a bit of wiggle room with that hot glue. And make sure that it is good and secure. And we did it, guys. We built a tier tray that looks like a watermelon. I think it's so fun. And everything was from the Dollar Tree, super inexpensive to make. And it was actually really fun. But I think it turned out so cute. The napkins were definitely the key to success on this project.